Yeah.
sure
Ooh.
that
Alright.
most of us
Woo. This is light
are
work.
pretty much
Come
over
on.
that
Spill the tea. Yeah. Ooh.
debacle
Alright.
of a draft
Woo. This is light
that we
work.
witnessed
Come on. Spill the tea. Yeah. Ooh.
Thursday through Saturday.
Alright. Woo. This is light work. Come on. Spill the tea. Yeah.
The word
Ooh.
was
Alright.
that the Saints
Woo.
would be drafted
This is light
for
work.
me,
Come on. Spill the tea. Yeah.
and we covered just about everything. But the most pressing need was in the trenches. Offensive guard, offensive tackle, defensive end, nose tackle, safety. And once again, in my estimation, their addressing of team needs through the draft left a whole lot to be desired. And we are going to be running it back in the 25 season with pretty much the same cast of characters that we had in the 24 season. Oh, there are a few new additions. 9 draft picks, 11 signed, undrafted free agents. Many free agents signed, some who formerly were with the Saints coming back again for another stint. But this is not quite what I'm wanting to talk about right now. I want to take you back in time. Let's say around 1830, 1840. There's a slave, black slave, Mandinka tribe, strong, brave, fearless, admired by the others of his kind. The white slave owners can see that this is a man who carries himself with dignity and honor and confidence. And, well, that just can't be right. We can't have a black man running around our plantation that the slaves feel that way about. So we got to fix that somehow. We've got to bring him down a peg or two. Knock him down a notch or two. So here's what we're going to do. In the town square tomorrow at 1 o'clock, after we've gotten our bellies nice and full, we're going to have a buck breaking session. And after everybody's bellies are full and they've had a little drink to top it off, all the people come to town, and all of the slaves of that particular slave owner are also in the square. The Mandinka warrior is brought into the middle of the throng, stripped naked, his glorious manhood out there for all to see and for many to admire, including the white women present. The Mandinka is forced down on his hands and knees in chains. And the slave master, or someone he has designated, drops his pants and lathers his penis and puts it into the Mandinka's anus and pumps and pumps, pumps and pumps until he's ejaculated into the man, made him less a man in the eyes of those who once admired him. Since rape, forcible rape, is against the law now in all 50 states, buck breaking of that matter cannot take place. So, the white slave owners had to figure another way. And if you watched Colin Kaepernick's biopic, the combine, the draft process, and the putting up of slaves on a block to be auctioned off, finds a great deal of resonance. And what we saw Thursday, and Friday, and a great part of Saturday was butt breaking, NFL style, on Shedeur Sanders. Now, it was okay for John Elway to say, oh, if so-and-so team drafts me, I'm not going to play for them. It was okay for Archie Manning and Eli Manning to pick the team he would play for. But Dion and Shedeur, oh no, we can't have that from those people. We're gonna have to teach them a lesson. We're going to have to put them in their place. Because, as Deion Sanders said it out of his own mouth, his confidence insults others' insecurity. And I believe the same can be said of Shedeur. If you have a father, that father is going to raise you to be a proper man like he is. And Dion is definitely a proper man. Fine, upstanding, and some of you admire his Christianity. I don't, because I'm not a Christian and never will be again. Admire him for being there for his children, for supporting his children. But oh no, not this way. Shedeur was supposed to bow down, kiss the ground. I just happen to be here, yes, boss. That's not Shedeur, and that's not the way Dion raised him. He was raised right. by a man who, if he wasn't raised right, he certainly did learn right. There are some that are calling for a boycott of the NFL behind this because there is nothing that anybody can tell me to make me believe that this wasn't a collusion on the magnitude of what they did to Colin Kaepernick to blackball him out of the league. What a pity. And what a shame. And what a bad look for the NFL. That's 55% black players to disrespect another black man in this fashion. To do a 21st century NFL style buck breaking on a young man who's never done anything but the right thing. Especially on the football field. So Shedeur is in Cleveland. And I don't think it's a place where he wanted to be. But they were going to make sure that he went there, and they were going to make sure that he dropped down low enough in the draft. And nobody was going to pick him until late in the draft. Personally, I'm surprised he didn't go last. Yes, I'm angry about it, and I am pissed. I am pissed. And I hope Shedeur makes everybody that passed on him sorry that they did. Because it served their asses right for doing this to a young man. And that coach with the Atlanta Falcons who gave, I don't care what he says about leaving it out for it to be seen and copied. I don't care what he says. I believe, and I fully believe, that he encouraged his son to prank call Shedeur. And they said, oh, more than Shedeur got a prank call. I don't fucking believe it. I don't believe it. Because there was no young man in the draft that was more hated, that had more knocks on him, especially as the draft process began, than Shedeur Sanders. And a great deal of that is because they don't like his dad. Because, like he said, his confidence insults their insecurity. And boy, did they prove it in the 2025 draft. It seems like you black in this country, you can't be excellent, you can't be competent, you can't be smart, you can't be accomplished because they're out to tear you down, to take it away from you. And I know that there are probably some white people that are watching me right now that don't particularly appreciate what I've got to say. Well, I don't give a damn whether you appreciate it or not. You know why you don't appreciate it? Because it hits home. Hit dogs do holler. Don't want to get hit, don't be a hit dog. And if you subscribe to me and you want to unsubscribe, please go ahead. Because you ain't going to change me. You ain't going to change my mind, and you're definitely not going to stop me from speaking it. And with that, I'm out.